The other day I had a Facebook memory pop up, and it was a picture I took like 14 years ago of vomit all over my jeans and the carpet of our living room, and I immediately remembered the moment. I was hanging out with Jimmy when he was a toddler, and out of nowhere he just puked his dinner everywhere while sitting on my lap on the floor. No warning at all. Didn't say a thing, just went for it. And then as I lifted him up to take him to the bathroom and clean him, he hurled all over the couch too, just for good measure, I think. And I remember still telling Jenny, this is white carpet, it's never going to be clean. I think we got to burn the couch, burn my jeans, put a rug over that spot on the floor, and just sell the house. We got to move. It's just, it's rough getting puked on as a parent, but it's especially rough getting puked on as a germaphobe. I hate it. I hate messes. But can we be real? Messes are a part of life in a broken world. And we come across them, and hopefully not like toddler puke all over white carpet messes, but genuinely messy, painful, untenable situations. We come across them in the lives of the people around us every day. And when it happens, something inside us wants to run. We kind of want to avoid it. We want to look the other way and decide, I didn't see it, and it's not my problem. Burn the couch, sell the house, let's move. And doing that, looking out for ourselves, is the way of our world, but it's not the way of Jesus' countercultural Last Kingdom. Last Kingdom living requires courageous compassion for other people in their brokenness, even when those people aren't our people, when they aren't people we like or people who are like us. That's what we learn from one of Jesus' most famous parables, the Good Samaritan. An expert of the law asked Jesus, who's my neighbor? And he was trying to define love down into something that was doable for him, to figure out who he needed to love and who he could ignore and not care about and still be good with God. And so Jesus told the story of a guy who got beaten by robbers, then watched his own people, his own tribe, and not just that, the religious leaders of his people, pass by him on the other side of the road. But then his enemy, a Samaritan, stopped and took care of him. He risked his own safety, he interrupted his own agenda, and he spent his own money to help. He let this hurting guy's mess get all over his hands, his wallet, and his calendar. And Jesus said, we're meant to live like the Good Samaritan. The guy who didn't ask, what'll happen to me if I stop, but instead asked, what will happen to him if I don't? And the answer to that question led to the Samaritan crossing lines and breaking down boundaries society drew in order to show a courageous level of compassion. But if we're honest, and I think we can be honest in house groups tonight, that's a way easier thing to talk about and think about than it is to do, isn't it? It's easier said than done. Like most of us agree intellectually that the Samaritan did a good thing. But we don't want to have to do the good thing too. We don't want to mess on our hands or on our wallets or on our calendars because, it's inconvenient. We got other stuff to do, especially when it doesn't feel like the person deserves our help. I had a moment Friday night. I went to the playoff football game and I was freezing by the end of it. My toes hurt. They were so cold. And I was walking to my car and an old lady fell down the stairs at Mediacom Stadium by Drake. And immediately I rushed to help. I gave her my blanket. I covered her up. I found the doctor that I knew and was like, hey, can you, made sure someone was calling 911 because it was an old lady and she was hurt and I was going to help. And then I was walking to my car knowing that this is what I was going to talk about on Friday. And I realized if I saw a drunk guy stumble out of one of these campus bars, would I immediately rush to help him? Would I do the same thing to him that I did for the old lady, or would I be like, he's drunk, it's his own stupid problem, I'm not helping out an idiot like that? And I thought, something in me. I'm preaching about the Good Samaritan in 2 days, and something in me wants to judge who's worthy of my help and who isn't worthy of my help and who's convenient and who isn't convenient. But you guys, people are not inconveniences. They're human beings, and when we crash into them, we have a chance to show the love we've received. Compassion is rarely convenient. And it's also uncomfortable. It means doing hard things and paying more than we want to pay. But there's no getting around this. We will never live the lives we were made for or make the difference we were meant to make if we live and die inside our comfort zones. Compassion exists outside our comfort zones. And the opportunity to show it isn't something we get to control. We don't get to decide the timing or the level of someone else's mess. We only get to decide whether we're going to step into it or not. But what if we did? What if we started stepping into messes? I wonder what it would look like if we decided not to pass by the suffering on the side of the road any longer. If we stopped asking, who's my neighbor, in order to limit the number of people we gotta love, and started asking, how can I be a neighbor, in order to keep our eyes peeled for every opportunity. If we did that, we wouldn't solve every problem. We wouldn't be able to clean up every mess. That's beyond us. But we would see lives change, one at a time. As people who are desperate to breathe in the oxygen of God's love, whether they're our people or not our people. As those kind of people in the middle of their worst moments found the love of God through our love as we came alongside them. That would change the world. And I know it would change the world because that's the story of the church, of God's people for the last 2,000 years. You guys, courageous compassion changes the world. So will we show it?